Hello everyone, Jeff Archibald here for TV Hamilton. I'm joined by Eric Corbin and Diane Noonan with the Butler County Board of Elections. Guys, we're going to talk a little about this election season, what people need to know to get ready to vote and to be prepared for it coming up, which actually starts sooner than we think. Diane, let's first talk about some of those key dates that are coming up very, very soon. What are a couple of those key dates coming up October 5th and October 6th?
The first thing to remember is registration. You have to be registered to vote by October the 5th. So if you're not registered or you've moved, please go check our website. You can go on our website, look to see if you're registered or not, to make sure. If not, you can call 887-3700 and someone here can help you. The next important date is October the 6th, which is the opening of early voting, which is here at 1802 Princeton Road. A lot of people sometimes think because it's open early voting, they can go to the polling location. That's only on election day. So early voting is here in our office. It'll be for 4 weeks. First 2 weeks is till 8 to 5. The third week is 8 to 6, and the last week is 8 to 7. We are opened the last 2 weekends. We are open on 1 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. And then we also are open till 2 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah, and I think early voting is something a lot of people are going to take advantage of this year. It's something I took advantage of last year. And you really just do show up here like you would do your normal polling place, but you show up at the Board of Elections offices. And it's so much easier than I think people realize. It's such a convenience. Eric, have you found people to be taking good advantage of that, the early voting here?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of people come in, especially towards the end, before the election day. So a lot of people like to wait. So this year we'll encourage people to come in and cast their ballot in person earlier so that there's no lines and that they can make sure that their vote's cast. But yes, we definitely see an increase in that year over year, and this year we're expecting to see even more than we've ever seen before.
Yeah, and one of the questions I think that comes up is some people haven't voted in a while. They have questions, am I still registered to vote? Diane, how do they check that to see if they're registered to vote? They can do that on your website, right?
Absolutely. Go to our website. Our website is a great tool to get any information that you need. It will tell you, am I registered? You can track your ballot. You can track your application. Look at the sample ballot. So our website is very informative. And as always, if you have a question, call here. And we will. Any of the employees here can be very helpful to help you.
Yeah, the website is fantastic. And Eric, I guess the question is, if you're not registered to vote right now, how do you register to vote before that October 5th deadline?
Well, with COVID going on, the easiest way for somebody to register to vote is to visit voteohio.gov. That way they can get to the right place and register to vote online, or they can print out a registration form from there and mail it in.
And, you know, one of the things that's coming up a little bit is that voting by mail. Diane, you mentioned that a little bit. How does the voting by mail process work? How do you get a ballot delivered to your house?
As everyone probably has already received, if you're a registered voter in Ohio, the Secretary of State sent out an application to everyone. You will also receive, I'm sure everyone's received duplicate applications from other parties. You only need to return one. That's really important, just to return one of them. Then once we get your application, we enter it into our system, and on October the 6th, we will begin mailing all the ballots. At this time, we have around 46,000 ballots that will be ready to go out, which by October the 5th, we're going to have a lot more. But then you will receive it in the mail. You can track your ballot on our website, which is really important. If you think, oh, I sent it in, I want to know where it's at, you can track it on our website. You can also go and look at your sample ballot on our website, which is really important. And I think that's...
Yeah, I think what you mentioned is something that's really important, that this is the number one question people have about. There's two things that talk about the mail-in ballots. Number one, they assume that everybody's just being mailed a ballot. That's not the case. You're being mailed an application to send back in to then be mailed a ballot if you would like it.
That's correct.
And then also one of the things you said I think is really important. People have that question of, well, if I mail my ballot in, it just disappears into the ether and I don't know if it's actually counted. You can actually check and see on their website if the ballot has been received and what that process is, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. You can track my ballot right on our website.
Which I think is amazing. And I think one thing too, if you talk about the mail-in ballots, You can also, you don't have to mail them. You can drop them in, right, Eric? You guys have a nice drop box outside.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a drop box that's available 24/7 for voters. They can pull right up. They can put their ballots, their registrations, their applications, whatever document they need to give to us can go right there.
Yeah, and one thing that you mentioned too, Diane, I found very interesting, the sample ballot. I didn't know this even existed until the other day. You can actually go to their website and click on it and see what the ballot that you will actually be physically filling out looks like before you even go to fill it out, before you even come in to vote on voting day, or whether it's early and you come in, or whether it's by mail. You can actually look at that ballot ahead of time and maybe take some of those fears and questions out of your mind.
And not only that, with the issues in the different areas, you can read the issues before you come here to vote, and you know how you want to stand on the issues, because some of them are lengthy and it takes time to read them. It's really important to just be informed.
I think that's fantastic. I'd never seen that before, honestly, until the other day. And that is really helpful to me, because there's things on the ballot that I didn't even realize that I will be voting on this time coming up. So now I can take that time to take a look and see and learn. So once again, to recap a little bit, the key dates are October 5th, you must be registered by then. October 6th, early voting begins. And of course, we can't forget Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd. That's kind of an important
That's correct.
day.
Just so Butler County voters understand, in Ohio, there's 3 ways to vote. You can vote early absentee application, that you will receive a ballot in your home, or you can come in here, early vote from October 6th to November 2nd, which is just like going to the polls of voting. This is no different than if you walk into the poll and vote, or you can vote on Election Day. So you have those 3 choices in Ohio to vote.
Is there anything you guys want to mention before we wrap up a little bit? Is there anything that we didn't hit upon, or anything that you guys want to put out there? But it seems like you guys have made the process very easy for people to not only get registered, but to actually vote.
There's only a couple things I want. Vote. It's very important to vote. And the second thing is, we are here all the time, 8:30 to 5, all the way through from October 5th on, to answer any questions any voters have.
Wonderful. Eric, anything?
Yeah, we just want to let voters know that in Ohio, we've had a process going for almost 20 years now, so we know how to do absentee ballots. We're just doing more of them than we've done before. And we know how to put on elections at the polls, and we know how to do it here in person. So there's some other states that may have different rules and different struggles, but Ohio's in a really good position to continue to offer the 3 same methods to voters. And we just want to encourage all voters to vote early if that's what they want to do. Don't wait on the post office. So if you're going to mail something to us, the last date we'd want you to do that is the Tuesday before the election. Otherwise, please bring it to our drop box.
Yeah, that drop box is a fantastic step that you guys have taken. I love the early voting, and even voting on Election Day. There's something fun about that too. There's something about a good energy involved with that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
One more thing I want to make sure that people understand: when you get your ballots in the mail from absentee, return them right away, or drop them in our drop box. But don't wait till the last minute to drop it off. And if you do wait till the last minute, they have to be here at our Board of Elections. We can drop it off our drop box by 7:30 on Election Day. If not, it has to be postmarked by November the 2nd.
Wonderful.
If you put it in the mail.
All right, great. Guys, a lot of information out there. We'll, of course, have the link on our Facebook page and to their website, which has all the information to recap everything that we've had here as well. It's a fantastic website, a lot of good information there. If you have any more questions, certainly you can give them a call and they'll tell you what's going on.
We appreciate everything.
Hey, you're very welcome. We're glad to be a part of this democratic process. For Diane Noonan, for Eric Corbin, I'm Jeff Archibald with TV Hamilton. Get out there and vote, everyone.